Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about a very important and famous conjunction, a yoga in Jyotish, which is known as Visha yoga. It happens when Saturn and Moon are in conjunction with each other in a horoscope, no matter what sign, what house. But whenever these two planets are together, this is known as a Visha yoga. Visha means poison. So it is considered as a infamous combination, which has potential to create a lot of problems in life, but it is not always the case because we are going to discuss many results about this. And Saturn Moon Visha yoga can bring either a result, extreme positive result in spiritual life, and can make person a self-realized individual, or it can also create severe mental problems. So we are going to discuss both these extreme scenarios where this acts in a which particular direction. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, or you are also interested in learning Jyotish and taking a course, you can go on this website. The link is shown in description. Also, you can contact on the WhatsApp number given below for courses and consultations. So we are going to talk about Saturn Moon Visha yoga today. Now, the first thing that we are going to discuss is that whenever these two planets are together, you have to look at the zodiac sign, because here, let's suppose if they are placed in a suitable zodiac sign which is favorable for both of them, then this yoga functions in a good way. And for this also you need to understand how strong the ascendant lord and sun are. So the more sun and ascendant lord are well placed, and Saturn Moon are in favorable signs for both of them, then this yoga will bring very good results in life, not always negative, which people are sometimes afraid of. Let's suppose there are certain zodiac signs like Gemini, Virgo, Taurus. These three zodiac signs specifically, they become very favorable for this conjunction to happen. So Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is a friend to both of them, Saturn and Moon. Then Taurus is a friendly sign for Saturn, and exaltation and Mool Trikona zodiac sign for Moon. And it also can function well in Libra, but there you need to see the placement of Moon to a bit. But yes, Saturn is exalted in Libra. Then it can also function better in Capricorn, where Saturn is in own sign. Although Aquarius is also a sign, but Aquarius is not that great for Saturn Moon to be together, because Moon does not feel very content in Aquarius. In Capricorn, it is still fine as compared to Aquarius. So the thing here is that you need to see and watch out the zodiac signs. Let's suppose if they are happening in malefic zodiac signs, particularly in the sign of Mars, so Aries or Scorpio or then Leo, then you need to look at them quite closely, because now this conjunction can have potential to bring a lot of malefic impacts in life. So if they are happening in such zodiac signs which are not very conducive for both of them, then they can create a lot of problems also. Also, you need to watch out for the house. If it is happening, let's suppose in 6th, 8th or 12th house, then Moon does not feel very comfortable in these houses. So then no matter what zodiac sign, it can create some kind of instability and challenges in life. We will discuss what kind of results. But yes, 6th, 8th and 12th house, if it is manifesting in these houses, then you have to watch out for the condition of Moon. And again, I will re-emphasize that you need to see the condition of Lagna Lord, the ascendant, and the sun, because the more they are strong, the better this conjunction and other yogas in chart can function. If they are not strong, then the overall strength of the chart goes down, and no matter how good your other yogas are, you won't see appropriate expected results, because planets lose their potential. Now, what kind of things we can expect with this combination that we are going to look at? First thing is that we are going to focus on the positive end of this. So what kind of positive results it can bring? So Moon is your mind. Moon is how you think, and Moon is your emotions, your feelings. Saturn is completely opposite to Moon. Saturn is emotionlessness, rationality, practical worldview, realism, and it's very scientific approach in nature. So whenever these two planets are together, so it either makes the person naturally or forces the person to be more rational, practical, skeptical, logical, and more tactful. So that is how, because Saturn, understand, whenever Saturn is with moon or whenever Saturn is with sun, these are two greatest enemies of Saturn, because one is ego, one is mind, or one is attachment. One is ego, sun is ego, and moon is attachment. So Saturn is like, I'm going to break your ego, I'm going to break your attachment. So that kind of approach Saturn brings, and that is why these two conjunctions are very sensitive. So in this case, it will create certain kinds of situations in life where it will make you realize that you are vulnerable, you are insignificant, you don't have everything in your own control, you are powerless. So it will put you in that state no matter how much you think you are. So in front of nature, you are literally nothing, you are literally insignificant. It will put you in place, it will make you realize no matter what you are in society. So that is why this conjunction is hard. It's not that easy. Saturn sun conjunction and Saturn moon conjunction, they are not easy conjunctions. So there you have to watch out that, okay, whether they are functioning in the positive end or negative end. Next point here, that like I said, that it is going to bring that element of rationality, scientific approach, logic, tact, practical worldview, realism in the person. It makes you more, it gives you keen observation to see things, makes you more patient, gives you foresight, gives attitude to take actions through planning and strategy and analysis. It makes person relentless and action oriented. Although Saturn can make person somewhat procrastinator of a person sometimes, but if this conjunction is happening in a suitable sign, or the yogas are generally okay, so even if person takes a casual approach sometimes, but they don't leave things in between, they complete their duties, they are not shying away from their responsibilities. So here, if this conjunction is well in the chart, then it gives you an approach of duty, commitment, fulfillment, responsibility, and even if you are not able to do certain things on time or in a disciplined manner, you take a laid back approach or do it on your own terms, it's okay. That's not an issue. However, it can also make person very disciplined if Sun and Mars are strong. If Sun and Mars are well placed in the chart, then the same conjunction, depending on the zodiac signs, it can make person extremely punctual, following the routine, and very disciplined in approach. For that, Sun and Mars must be strong. Then, another point, this conjunction can also make person quite intelligent, clever, gives very good business acumen, street smartness, cleverness, and a realistic approach that how the world works. It's not like only bookish knowledge. It's not only what you learned in your schools or your universities. It's like, Saturn is like learning through experience. So it teaches you the realistic part of the world, that this is how things work in reality, not just going by all the time through books and routines. So that is how it makes you evolve as a person. Then, depending on the zodiac signs, it can show if combinations are fine for doing business and entrepreneurship, then obviously excellent for giving good business sense, good sense of money and trade and how things work. So we can see businessmen with this if combinations are, not every time. Then it also makes person more, since logic is enhanced, so emotions will be less. So person is not very emotional. Even if they have emotions, they are closed off, more reclusive, more reserved in approach. And it makes person more introvert and more isolated and more, I'll say, natural liking for solitude instead of socializing too much. Even if, let's suppose, your work or life is such a kind where you need to interact with people, where you need to go out and everything. So ultimately it makes you feel that, okay, I feel content when I am alone, when I am in solitude, or in a company of very few close ones, not more than that. So that kind of thing can be seen, because that is Saturn. Saturn is not a social planet. Then this conjunction can give you good material progress and success. You have to check combinations for career and finances in the chart. If they are strong, Saturn Moon is a very suitable combination for seeing material progress, success, career growth, prosperity in life. It's not like always you are going to end up in poverty or instability. It can bring, but you have to see combinations for that. We'll talk about that in a bit. But if we look at general yogas, Lagna Lord is fine, career combinations are good, and Sun is strong. So, and this conjunction is happening in favorable signs. Then you can see material progress and success in life. But one thing which you will obviously notice will be that no matter how successful you are, you can have money, career, power, position, authority, all the things that you desire, your wealth, your pleasures, your luxuries, whatever. It is not going to give you peace, satisfaction, and contentment through them. No matter what. Saturn Moon can never bring, irrespective of the zodiac sign, it can never bring the contentment from material world. You can be successful tremendously, yet the inner emptiness will be there, constant lack of satisfaction will be there, constant discontentment will be there. So that is how it functions. And why it is there? Because Saturn ultimately forces you to seek your own self, move towards spiritual life, move towards knowing your own self, move towards a higher sense of purpose in life rather than only chasing the money and power and authority and relationships and other things in the world. So that is how it's not like it cannot give you those things. It can, but it cannot give you satisfaction from them. So that is how it functions. Although it can also enhance if Moon is not well placed or Saturn is not in a good spiritual position, let's suppose, then it can enhance the moha, the attachment or the fear of losing things, whatever you got in life. But the beauty of this combination happens when spiritual yogas are there. So if Jupiter, Dharma Trikona, 1st, 5th, 9th, 4th, 8th and 12th house are strong, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu, 5 planets are well placed, and Atma Karak, the planet with the highest degree, is well placed in the chart, is strong in the chart, then it makes chart quite strong in a spiritual sense. Hence, what happens that this yoga can now force the person or naturally give interest towards higher sense of purpose, moksha, liberation, whatever. So that kind of thing. So it generates existential crisis. It generates a thought that you need to introspect, that is there any meaning in life? Is there, why I am here? Who am I? Is there any bigger absolute reality, or this is the only thing that we see around us is the ultimate reality? All these big philosophical questions, it tends to give you that. So this yoga enhances existential crisis. It gives you pain and suffering. It gives you meaninglessness, inability to feel pleasure, dissatisfaction, temporary depression, detachment. But for what? For transforming you for better, for making you realize that ultimately the world is impermanent. What matters is the meaning in existence itself, true existence itself. And that can only be obtained once you detach from material world. Until and unless that natural detachment, until and unless the realization that all these things in the world, they don't have inherent strength to provide peace, until unless this realization is not there, it is not going to take you forward in spirituality. But like I said, if good combinations on a spiritual end are there, it brings these things. Transformation will be positive. It makes person more philosophical, gives natural detachment, natural renunciation, natural understanding that at the end everything is impermanent, and live life in a calm, peaceful way without harboring negative thoughts, grudges and fears and insecurities towards yourself as well as others. It is very brilliant for philosophy, yoga, meditation, sadhana, tapasya, jyotish, occult sciences, renunciation of the entire world, becoming a monk, like sannyasi. You have to see combinations for that. Best example for this is Swami Vivekananda. He had Saturn Moon conjunction in Virgo in 10th house. A strong sannyas yoga, very brilliant combination. Sun is very powerful. Lagna Lord is very powerful. So he's a brilliant example of Saturn Moon conjunction happening, manifesting in a very positive, highest end possible. So that is why Saturn Moon is not always bad. It is one of the greatest boons for spiritual life, and it has full power to give freedom from the cycle of birth and death. But you need to check the strength of the chart and other combinations. If the person is not very spiritual, then it is going to disturb their life too much. This combination acts in a negative sense only when Saturn is like, Saturn will force you to detach from the things. Moon is like, I want to attach to things. I want to attach and cling to possessions, my family, my career, my money, my power, my reputation, my status. Moon wants to cling. Saturn says, no, I will forcefully detach you. I'll not give peace, not give satisfaction, and I will make you constantly realize that they are impermanent and nothing is yours. I'm going to force you to realize this. Every time you will hope for something, I'm going to crush that hope. So that is how it functions, because it forces you to move towards spirituality. Otherwise, if everything is going on fine, why would you seek God? Why would you seek, ask these questions and seek a spiritual life? Nobody does if everything is fine. Once you are in pain, in suffering, in utter vulnerability and powerlessness, you now understand that everything I used to think that, okay, I am a person who can do anything on my own. Now you understand that no, the nature is super powerful and you are nothing in front of it. So that realization forces this person to move towards that. But if, let's suppose, the person lacks these qualities, they don't have power, they still want to cling, then it will make your life insufferable, very, very difficult. So this conjunction is important. Now it also reduces, because if it is acting in whatever way, it reduces the love, affection, attachment from family or mother. So family in general, Moon is mother. So general kind of, I'll say, even if the relations are fine, but a natural reduction can be seen in these aspects, and a feeling that maybe you don't belong here in the world, in the family, in the place where you are, that kind of feeling. And it's also a good combination for social service, public welfare, serving the society. Very good for that. So these are positive aspects of Saturn Moon, which I described. Now we'll talk about Saturn Moon if they are together but not well placed. So not well placed means Moon is damaged and Ascendant Lord and Sun are weak. So the more these situations will occur, the more this combination will be acting in a negative sense. And let's suppose Moon is like debilitated, or like Martian signs, I said, Aries or Scorpio or Leo, and 6th, 8th or 12th house, it is happening in these houses. And Moon is in Papakartri, hemmed between malefics, going in Mrityu Bhag. The Ascendant Lord is weak, Sun is weak. So then it creates a lot of problems, because the chart is losing strength and maleficence is increasing. So now all the things which I'm going to mention, take them as a source of information. Don't jump to conclusions unless you don't study the entire chart. So what I'm going to mention, just listen from a point of view of gaining knowledge. So here, if this conjunction is acting in a bad way, then first of all, what it can bring is no peace of mind, constant fear, confusion, no concentration, does not want to do anything, or extreme lethargy, leave things incomplete, irresponsible behavior, no commitment, carelessness, low self-esteem, low self-confidence, social anxiety can be seen, troubles in speaking can be seen, troubles in learning can be seen, like any kind of learning language disorders can be reflected. Then any kind of, I'll say, autistic tendencies can be seen. It can also show troubled childhood, or it can create troubles to mother or troubles with mother, like relationship with mother is very bad, or mother might have passed away, or absent mother can be seen, or the love, affection, warmth, which is or the emotional support which is which should be given by the family was not there. So the childhood is not that great. The bond, emotional bond with the family is not that good. So that kind of thing. It can show any kind of abuse, verbal, sexual, physical, depending on the combinations. Not all the time, but it can. So abuse of any kind. It can also bring trauma, pain, suffering because of any events in life, any accident, any injuries, any personal losses, any abusive behaviors, these kind of things. It can also generate a complete lack of emotion, like you don't feel, you become emotionally numb. You are no longer feeling that love, that emotion, that affection anymore because of any personal incidents that happened. Then it can also show that a person can also play constant victim mindset. Means you are living in a victim mindset, not getting over that Saturn is sorrow and misery. So, and moon is pleasure. So sometimes it can also show that, okay, I am, even though it can show hardships in life, but to pull yourself together and go back, instead of doing that, people can be doing a role play of being a victim all the time, that, okay, I was always put down by people and all these things happen, and now what can I do? And harboring grudges or negative emotions or any kind of ill feelings, where you are constantly blaming yourself, blaming other people, and not focusing on what matters. The practical approach is reduced because Saturn loses the practicality if it is not well placed. It will make you feel constant like a victim and live in that state. So that kind of thing can be seen. It can generate all kind of mental problems, depression, anxiety, paranoia, fears, psychotic disorders of any kind. And we can see sociopathic tendencies, suicidal tendencies with this. It can generate lies, theft, antisocial behavior, coldness, and like I said, can't feel happiness, pleasure, mood swings can be seen. Constant meaninglessness, which is not taking you to spirituality or asking big philosophical questions. It is rather taking you to nihilism, purposelessness. Or it can also show extreme hedonism. If extreme material combinations are there in the chart, then obviously there will be no spiritual inclination or movement towards that. So it can make person overly hedonistic, where only thing that matters is like sensory pleasures and nothing else. So overly hedonistic tendencies, but there will be no peace. That is the 100% there, that no peace, no satisfaction, no contentment. Then it can also make person, depending on the rashis, and if Saturn, Mercury, Rahu are tremendously powerful, they can make you successful, but they enhance the level of greed, opportunism, deceit, cunningness, and selfishness. The person does not feel emotions, or they don't respect emotions, or sometimes because Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, they are some kind of planets which don't have emotions. So if moon is losing power, then it's like I'm taking advantage of others for my own benefits. That can be seen. Or if let's suppose the yogas for career and finances are not that great in the chart, they are not strong, then it can show constant failures, struggles, delays, gaps. Education is suffering. You are not able to complete your education. You are not able to hold your job. Work environment is very bad. The pay is not good. Promotions are not happening. The status is not developing. Respect is not there. Recognition is not there. Troubles with bosses or peers or colleagues is going to be there. Enemies start to happen, and the enemies tend to create a lot of hassles for you. Any kind of legal problems can be seen. It can also show loans and debts and financial problems. Initial rise and later downfall can be expected if such combinations are there for career. Then it can make person with constant instability. It reduces the level of self-confidence and enhances the feeling like I am losing in life, and hopelessness with no recovery if a spiritual inclination is not there. So obviously these are negative results of Saturn moon, and that is why it is a harsh conjunction, not very easy. Like I said, Saturn sun, Saturn moon, very serious conjunctions in horoscope. You need to look them closely. They have tremendous capacity to take you forward and give brilliant results in life, and they can also bring utter challenges and any kind of suffering in life as well. So I have made videos on the remedies for Saturn and Moon. You can watch them. The links are shown in the I button above and description below. So for the remedies, if you are experiencing any negative results, the practical and astrological remedies are discussed in detail. Watch those videos, and the more you are going to follow them in consistent order, you will see that I'm improving in my life. Whatever it is, you are improving in your life. So the main thing here is the mind, because Saturn is going to disturb your mind. So the only thing that matters is if mind is helping you, the emotions are helping you, they are becoming strong over a period of time and becoming more stable, the more this conjunction will function better. Otherwise it will trouble you. So the remedies which are discussed, they will help you to stabilize the mind over a period of time only. Okay, so that is all from my end regarding Saturn Moon Vish Yoga conjunction. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more Facebook posts and reels. You can connect on my Facebook page, Instagram, website. Their links are shown in description. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.